Hey guys, this is Rob from the CrossFit Done Right Sports Performance Training Program. Today I want to talk to you about the core concept of our philosophy here at CrossFit Done Right. The central theme, the thing that we build the rest of our program out of is going to be what's considered functional movement. So in order for us to include a movement in our program, it has to be considered a functional movement. And I'm going to get into what functional movements are in a second, but I want to talk about why we use functional movements first and foremost. So the reason that we use functional movements is because the return on investment is so high versus non-functional movements. Right? As an athlete, as a coach, you guys, you know that the weight room is going to be a place where you can get bigger, stronger, faster, but you also know that you don't get better at your sport in the weight room. So you don't become a better basketball player, a better lacrosse player, a better football player by lifting weights. You go out and you practice your sport. So this means that the time that you do spend in the weight room, it has to give you the biggest bang for your buck, or else you'd be wasting a lot of time that you could actually be out practicing your sport. So this is where these functional movements come in and where they play a big role in making sure, again, that you get the most bang out of your buck in the weight room. All right, so let me see if you can see this real quick. See if you can flip it around. All right, so what I wrote up here is functional movements. I have it starred. It's such a big deal for us in the program. I have the why, the return on investment, and then the how. For how are these functional movements going to allow us to get such a big return on investment in the weight room? All right. So first off, up there is skill-based is the number one thing I wrote up there. So all the movements that we do have some sort of skill component to them. This means when you're practicing it, neurologically you're going to become more efficient as an athlete, and that's going to be the biggest thing when we see our athletes come through. Their motor control isn't necessarily up to where it should be, and this is going to help improve that to make them more efficient, more effective out when they're playing their given sport. All right, sorry, that was a weird angle. Second, all functional movements are multi-joint movements. So it means I can recruit a lot more muscle mass. I always use the example of a bicep curl versus a chin-up. So if I'm doing a bicep curl in the weight room, I'm only working single joint right at my elbow. I'm only working the bicep versus if I do sets of chin